What's cracking, everybody? Hello and welcome to part 2 of my not so super serious set review of Zendikar Rising. We're gonna jump into green, go through all the multicolored and the lands and the artifacts and enchantments and whatever else is there to do. So let's do the thing. Right, adventure awaits! Let me guess, it's a party card. No, it's not a party card, but it could be because of that art. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If you didn't put a card in your hand this way, draw a card. Sure, seems good. It's fine. I'll give it a sure out of 10. Yep. Right, Ancient Green Warden. Reach. You may play lands from your graveyard. Ooh, I'm immediately interested. If a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's fantastic. That's a good card. I would pick that 100% of the time. That's so good. That's so good. This is fantastic. Holy crap. Right, next. A Shire, Soul of the Wild. This card's power and toughness is equal to the number of lands you control. Non-token creatures you control are forest lands in addition to their other types. Non-token creatures you control are forest lands in addition to their other types. So this guy just makes lands out of creatures? Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say immediately that green is gonna win this one. Cause what the heck? That's redonkulous. Alright, green's winning so far, chat. Broken Wings is a reprint. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Cool. Well, it's kind of a reprint. It does a similar thing to what we've seen several times before. Meh. Canopy Baloth. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Canopy Baloth gets +2/+2 until end of turn. 4/3, that becomes a 6/5 for 4 mana. Yeah, it's a pretty decent common. What are you? Kicker for how much monies? That's a lot of monies. This spell can't be countered, but it has hexproof and haste. If Crag Plate Baloth was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 4 encounters on it. So you could potentially have a 10/10 hexproof haster that can't be countered. Seems pretty good. It's kind of like What's His Face and What's His Face had a love child. Yes. Carnage Tyrant and Gulta. It's like they had a love child. It's too expensive, but you know, if you're playing green and the game has like reached a board stall or whatever, this card will get it undone pretty quick. I don't know if it'd be played and constructed, honestly. But with hexproof haste and can't be countered, yeah. You're probably gonna play it. Why not? Alright, Dauntless Survivor. I feel like this card, I've heard this card before. When this enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It's kind of like the worm. It's a decent common, sure. Gnarled Colony. If this was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. Each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it has trample. Oh, it's kind of like Kitty, but it's a 2/2 for 2. Nice. And you can kick it. I like that. That's a good common. Inscription of Abundance. Choose 1. If the spell was kicked, choose any number instead. Okay, so for 2 mana, we can either go put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. Cool. So I can play against X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures they control. Ruh-roh. In green, that's scary. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Okay, that is fantastic. That's fantastic. This card is very good. Jelly. In green as well. This is probably the best inscription whatever thingy, or abundance thingy, whatever it is. But of the set, this one is the best. That's very good. That's very good. Iridescent Hornbeetle. Oh, so pretty! At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 green insect creature token for each 1/1 counter you put on creatures under your control this turn. Create a 1/1 green insect. Okay, so if you make a bunch of tokens... Sorry, a bunch of counters on stuff, then you get a poop load of 1/1 insects. Could be useful. In a counters deck, Selesnya counters deck, yeah, could be fun. Could be fun. Jiraga Visionary. When this enters the card, draw a battlefield. Yes, when this enters the battlefield, draw a card. I must say, forgive me, friends. I am a little bit feeling a little bit like I've got a cold starting, so if I'm a little bit woo, you know why. cold and flu medication. Hence the if you draw a battlefield, enter the card. Yes. Kazandu Nectar Pot. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Sure, I like that. A 1/3 for 2 mana. It gains you life. Yeah, I'd play that. That's cool. That is cool. You'd also love to draw a battlefield. I know, right? It's inverse of Nest of Scarabs. Yes. Nice. Kazandu Stomper. When this enters the battlefield, return up to 2 lands you control to their owner's hands. Cool, so I can re-trigger landfall stuff. Anytime I see something returning, I'm just like, yeah, okay. You're just landfall triggerinos. You submitted a cool deck that I think you'll like in the brew queue for the early access event. Does that mean it'll show up on YouTube? Yeah, if it does decently enough. Or sheezy. Lotus Cobra. Okay, this is a reprint. Everyone loves it. I'm just gonna say, it's great. You should play it. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. Pair this with Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, and Growth Spiral and Nissa in Historic, and you've got many manas. Yes, it's very good. Ruh-roh. Might of Murasa. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. If the spell was kicked, that creature gets +5/+5 until end of turn instead. Cool. Sweet. I like it. Murasa Brute. 3/3 for 3. Good old 3/3s for 3. That's all we can say about it. It gets 3 out of 3 for being a 3/3 for 3. Murasa Sproutling. It's a 3/3 for 3, but this does things. When this enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, return target creature card with kicker ability from your graveyard to your hand. That could be useful. Kicker for 5. Sure. Otherwise, you just have a 3/3 for 3. Nice. Nissa's Zendikar. Enchant Land. Hey, thanks for 2 months there, Natalie New. Appreciate you. Enchant Land. Enchanted Land is a 4/4 elemental creature with reach and haste. It's still a land. When this dies, return that card to its owner's hand. Return that card. Return the land to its owner's hand. Okay. Sure, you get a 4/4 for 4 with reach and haste. Yeah, that's a decent common. Oran Reef Ooze. When this enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. When this attacks, put a 1/1 creature on each attacking creature with a 1/1 counter on it. Sure, I'd play that. This with oozes? Oh man. It kind of sucks that Big Ooze Daddy is rotating. Kind of want to make Ooze tribal. Maybe I'll do that in Historic. Kind of neat. Kinda neat. Rapid Bite. Reprint. Target creature control deals damage equal to its power. The target creature you don't control. Cool. We all know what that does. Reclaim the Wastes. Kicker 3. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. If the spell is kicked, search your library. Search your library. Search your library for 2 basic land cards instead of 1. Okay, so it's kind of cool, but it's no cultivate. Yeah, that's fine. Roiling Regrowth. Sack a land, search your library for 2 basic lands, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Yeah, this is better. This is way better. I'd rather play this card than that card. 100%. That's way better. Scale of the Heights. Put a 1/1 target. I don't think it is. I think it's the music that's throwing me off. Slow that down. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. You gain 2 life. You may play an additional land this turn. Draw a card. Okay, so it's a sorcery explorer that costs 1 more and puts a counter and gains you 2 life. So it's kind of like Uro Light without the 6/6. Yeah. Sure. Shoot Swarm. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If you control 6 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of Shoot Swarm instead. Ooh, Scoot Swarm, whatever the heck. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. This is gonna be nutty. I like this a lot. That's cool. Skyclave Pickaxe. When this enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, equipped creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That's pretty neat for 1 mana. Yeah, that's a great... That's really good equipment. I like this. That's neat. Sprigmantle Cleric. Alright, let's go to... Let's go to the more chill music. Sprigmantle Cleric. Enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Okay, so good in a multicolored deck. You can have a 7/8. Is that right? You can have a 7/8 for 5 mana if you're playing multicolored. That seems pretty good. Cool. Strength of Solidarity. Choose target creature you control, put a 1/1 counter on it for each creature in your party. Party mechanic. Cool. Fine. Party payoffs. I'm not super interested in party outside of limited. Swarm Shambler. Enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell and opponent controls, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. For 1 mana, you can put a 1/1 counter on Swarm Shambler. That seems like it could get out of hand real quick. For 1 mana, yeah, I like the look of that. That's a good 1-drop. It's kind of like Pelt Collector, but you can control the counters. Neat. Tajuru Blightblade, a Death Touch 1/1 Elf Rogue. Yeah, that's neat. I like Death Touch. Death Touch 1/1s are also good, so that's cool. Tajuru Paragon is also a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. Kicker 3. When this enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, reveal the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a card that shares a creature type with it from among them in your hand. So you can find... This is basically the party finder. Okay, sure. Good for party stuff. Wouldn't touch it otherwise. Tajuru Snapcaster or Snarecaster. Reach 1/4 for 3 mana. Sure, if you need reach, take that. Limited card. Right. Taunting Arbor Mage. When this enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, all creatures able to block target creature this turn do so. That's a pretty good card for like a... Okay. It's time now. I've amassed my battlefield. I'm gonna pay 6. And all of you are going to block that 1/1. That's kind of cool. I like that. You wouldn't, you wouldn't play that as a 2/3. You'd hold on to that for the kicker. Territorial Scythe Cat. Ooh, that's cool art. I like that. 2/1 for 3. Trample on landfall. Whenever a land enters under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Territorial Scythe Cat. Yep, I'd play that. I would play that. That's good. Landfall is generally pretty good, so... Turn Timber Ascetic. Enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. 5/4 for 5. Kinda meh. Kicker 4 on Vastwood Surge. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. If the spell is kicked, put 2 1/1 counters on each creature you control. Ooh. Yeah, I kinda like that. That's pretty neat. 2 basic cards for 4 mana, stick them onto the battlefield tab. Yeah, that's really good. That's a good card. And then if you find it late, you can put counters on stuff. I dig it. Veteran Adventurer is also a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in the party. It's a Vigilant 5/5 for 6 mana. He's a Ooman. A human with Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. Sweet. Excuse me. Divine Gecko. The first kicked spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. Cool for kickers, kicker tribal, whatever. Whenever you cast a kick spell, put a 1/1 counter on. Yeah, that's good. That's good. In this set, this is really good for kicker stuff. Alright, multicolored shite. Let's do it. Akiri, Fearless Voyager. I expect all of the multicolored spells to be good, but we'll see now. Whenever you attack a player with 1 or more creatures, draw a card. Neat. That's pretty good. This is a 3/3 for 3. You may unattach an equipment from a creature you control. If you do, tap that creature and it gains indestructible until end of turn. Cool. Yeah. I like it. For warrior, tribal, or equipment nonsense, that looks pretty sweet. I would try and play that in Constructed. Brushfire Elemental. Haste. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Nice. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, Brushfire Elemental gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Yeah, that's real good. So you have a 3/3 attacking on turn 2. Well, no wait, you need to play a land somehow. But still, that's pretty good. Okay, so on turn 3 you have a 3/3 attacking. And if you can get extra lands down with Azusa or something like that, then that's pretty cool. Card draw and Boros is very good. Just get the little puppy and suit him up, give him some stuff. Seems good. Ooh, vampires. Whenever another cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Cleric of Life Spawn. Yes, I like that so much. Alright, so if you're ever making Cleric Tribal, you want to put that in. What's up, Sandman? How you doing? Grakmaw, Skyclave Ravager. Grakmaw enters the battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on it, so it's a 3/3 for 3. When another creature you control dies, if it had a 1/1 counter on it, put a 1/1 counter on Grakmaw. Cool. Alright, munch on things, give me counters. Nom nom nom. When this dies, create an XX black and green Hydra token, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on Grakmaw. Cool, so this dies, you get a 3/3. That's pretty cool. Seems like it needs quite a lot to be decent. Like counters, counter tribal, whatever. More like a build around than good by itself. Seems cool though. Kargan War Leader. Other warriors you control get +1/+1. Nice. A Lord. We always like Lords. 3/3 for 3. Dig it. Kaza Royal Chaser. Flying and haste, a 1/2 for 2 mana. The next instant or sorcery spell you cast this turn costs X less to cast, where X is the number of wizards you control as this ability resolves. Cool. So for Wizard Tribal, that's pretty neat. I like that. Nice little enabler for plenty nonsense. Neat. Linvala, Shield of Sealgate. Yes, Seagate. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, choose target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Until your next turn, it can't block or attack, and its activated abilities can't be activated. It's full party nonsense again. I'm kind of just like, meh. Creatures you control gain this ability until end of turn. If you sack Linvala, you get hexproof or indestructible. I'm not excited by that. For the most part, I'm kind of like, meh. Party, meh. Lull Mage's Familiar. Whenever you cast a kick spell, you gain 2 life. And this adds mana. If you cast a kick spell, you gain 2 life. Pretty good. Nice. Nice little uncommon. Moss Pit Skeleton. Love this art, just first and foremost. It's a 2/2 for 2 mana. If this was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on it. Sweet, so you can have a 5/5 for 5. When 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on a creature you control, if Moss Pit Skeleton's in your grave, you may put Moss Pit Skeleton on top of your library. Okay. Sure. You don't play Linvala for party, you play it for Wrath Protection? Oh, right. If you have a full party, choose target online permanent and opponent controls. Oh, okay, yeah. You play it for Wrath Control, sure. But still, it's kind of like me. How do you organize a space party? You plan it. Ha. Oh my god, chat. Just in time for Manda to arrive. Like the puns have summoned her. It's fetchable with Coco. That's true. Anyway, Marasa Rootgrazer. Vigilance. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Return target basic land you control to its owner's hand. Okay. Little tappy vigilance, bro. That's kind of neat. So you can attack, be able to block, and then tappy. Sure, that's a good little enabler for landfall stuff. I like it. Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients. Create a 1/1 core warrior token, bro. You may attach an equipment to it. Yes, you can attach the most expensive equipment to it. That's neat. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a warrior or equipment from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Cool. Dig in for stuff. -3. Nahiri, Heir of Ancients deals damage to target creature or planeswalker. Equal to twice the number of equipment you control. Okay, so very much an equipment-based deck, friend. Would be good in that. Not great anywhere else. Nissa of Shadowed Boughs. Sup, Nissa? Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, put a loyalty counter on Nissa. Land. So Sultai landness would be like, bleh, land. Untap target land you control. It becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste and menace until end of turn. It's still a land. I like how it says you may have it become an elemental. So if you don't want it to become an elemental, you don't have to. You can just untap it. That's also pretty cool. -5, you may put a creature card with CMC less than or equal to the number of lands you control on the battlefield from your hand or graveyard with 2 or more counters on it. You may put a creature card with CMC less than or equal to the number of lands you control onto the battlefield from your hand or graveyard. So hand or graveyard. So -5, hand or graveyard, however many lands I have, do them. Just, yeah, that's pretty good. This is a great card. I like it a lot. Omnath, Locus of Creation. Almost a Wooburg, buddy. Okay. When Omnath, Locus of Creation, enters the battlefield, draw a card. Cool. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn... Sorry, you gain 4 life if this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. If it's the second time, add Wooburg minus black. If it's the third time, Omnath deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. So, you go and find all your lands, you dump lands down. Omnath goes crazy. Yeah, why aren't his mana costs in order? I guess it's because... Is that the order that he got his... No, he didn't have white last time. I'm not sure. But yes, that's pretty nuts. That's pretty busted. Okay. When Aura, Skyclave, Hierophant, or another cleric you control dies, return target cleric card with lesser CMC from your graveyard to the battlefield. I like it. It's got lifelink. And you can bring clerics back from the graveyard. Sweet. Good. Cleric tribal? Yes. Hylath, World Sculptor. When this enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 green plant token for each basic land you control. Ooh. Nice. Ooh, yeah, this card is great. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put 4/1 counters on target plant you control. Yeah! Yeah! This card is broken. I mean, not broken. Just real good. I don't want to say anything's broken until we've seen how broken things are, but that's really good. That's very, very good. Ravager's Mace. When this enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/0 for each creature in your party and has menace. I'm not interested in party stuff. I don't know, like the party thing sounds cool, but for the most part I'm not interested in it. Soaring Thought Thief. Nice. Flash and flying 1/3 for 2. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Rogues you control. I was going to say library, and then I said graveyard library, and then it became Grivery. I need to trademark that. Rogues you control get +1/0. Whenever one or more rogues you control attacks, each opponent mills 2 cards. Yeah, that card's very good. For Demir Mill, that's the 2-drop I want. Spoils of Adventure. 1 less to cost for each creature in your party. You gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. So for 2 mana, you could essentially gain 3, draw 3. Seems good. Seems good if you're making party things. Umara Mystic. Flying. Whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard spell, this gets +2/0 till end of turn. So you get a 3/3 for 3. Don't love it. It's okay. Verazol, the Split Current. This enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each mana spent to cast it. Whenever you cast a kicked spell, you may remove 2 counters from Verazol. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. Oh, good. Good lord. Okay, that's a good reason to play kicker spells. If you find this, pack one, pick one, and whatever you're playing, or if you're building sealed things around this, yes, play kicker spells, by all means. Good lord. Oh, it's Pig! Big Pig! The biggest pig! Now, are you bigger than Indra's Forerunners? I think you are. Yasharn, Implacable Earth. When Yasharn enters the... I like how they didn't put his whole name on. When Yasharn enters the battlefield... Yeah, because you freaking word soup here. Search your library for a basic forest card and a basic plains card. Reveal those cards. Put them into your hands, then shuffle your library. Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. I feel like his second ability is very specific. But a 4/4 for 4 that lets you find 2 mana, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's a very good hate card, but other than that, it's just like... Oh. Nice. Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats. So nice. Vampire Rogue. 1 less to cost for each creature in your party. Flying, Death Touch, and Haste. So you could get a 2/2... Sorry, you can get a 4/4 for 2 mana. With Flying, Death Touch, and Haste. Other creatures you control have Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker. I like this guy. This guy seems dope. Flying Death Touch, Haste, Fly, and Kill a thing. Yeah, I like that. That's very good. This guy I absolutely love. I already know I'm giving this like a double thumbs up. So this is a flashy 4/4 for 5 mana. That when it enters the battlefield, you can return... Well, it's a flashy brew. But for 4 mana... For 5 mana, you can cast them like that. Otherwise, you pay 4, return an unblocked attacking rogue you control to your owner's hand, put Zareth, the Trickster, from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. So there's a lot of rogues that are unblockable. So you get this guy down, he attacks. When it deals combat damage, you may put target permanent card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's gross. It's gross, chat. This card is real good. I like this. I want to build around this. I hope you guys have submitted me deck lists with this guy, because holy crap, it's going to be good. Oh, just for anyone who's watching this on the YouTubes, you'll see this on Wednesday, most likely. No, you should see it tomorrow. Tuesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. So you'll see this on Tuesday. So tomorrow for you guys on YouTube is the early access event. If you guys would like to submit deck lists for me to rec, come to the channel, subscribe, and submit your deck list in the brew queue beneath the stream. We're going to be wrecking all decks from that all day. Okay, cool. Artifacts. Cliffhaven Kite Sail. Enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature has flying. For 1 mana, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'd play that. Seems good. Forsaken Monument. Oh, he looks so sad. That's such a sad monument. Why does it look so sad? Colorless creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever you tap a permanent for... Oh, God. I already hate this card. Whenever you tap a permanent for colorless, add an additional colorless. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life. I kind of hate this. Maybe not in standard, but in any other formats. Like, that's pretty busted. Because it's a corpse? Okay. We shall forever roam, Ailey, High Priest of the Eternal Pilgrims. Yeah, that card seems good. Lithoform Engine. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Nice. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay, that's really good. I like this. It's expensive in most formats. Yes. But, hear me out. If you have Ugin, it's cheaper. Haha, not Ugin. Yes, Ugin. That's pretty good. It looks like a sad duck, guys. Come on. This is a quacker here. A quacker with his wings up. Or his hand going... That's what I see. Sweet. Okay. That's pretty good. Sad duck. Yeah, sad duck. Myriad Construct. Oh yeah, this is cool. I saw it on the pre-release. No. If this was kicked, it enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each non-basic land your opponent controls. Nice! That'll be good in 3-color decks. When this becomes the target of a spell, you sack it and create a number of 1/1 colorless construct artifact tokens equal to its power. Nice! If your opponent has a shit ton of non-basic lands, you can get a massive bro, and when they target it to kill it, it poops out a bunch of 1/1s for you. Nice. That's a good Donald Duck impression. Thank you. Relic Amulet. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery or wizard spell, put a charge counter on it. Remove all charge counters from it. It deals that much damage to target creature. That's pretty good in a wizard instant or sorcery deck. Basically a wizard's deck. I like that. Relic Axe. Enters the battlefield. Attaches to target creature you control. Wow, there's a lot of things that do that. A go creature gets +1/+1. If it's a warrior, it gets +2/+1 instead. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Relic Golem. Can't attack or block unless an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. So, mill payoff. Target player mills 2 cards. That also mills. Sweet. Good. Good synergies with mill. Relic Vial. I feel like this is wrong. I don't know. I feel like this is wrong. As long as you control a cleric, Relic Vial has whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sack a creature to draw a card. Okay, yeah, this is cool. I kind of want to put this in my EDH deck. Cleric nonsense. Seagate Colossus. 1 less to cast for each party member. 7/5 for 7, so it can be a 7/5 for 3 mana if you're lucky. Nice. Yeah, this is a cool thing. I like this. I like playing aristocrats, so I would be pretty keen to put this in there. Skyclave Relic. Indestructible 3 mana artifact, bro. When this enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create 2 tapped tokens that are copies of Skyclave Relic. Add 1 mana of any color. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. I like that a lot. Indestructible mana brick. Nice. Mana rock. Skyclave Sentinel. Hello, my babies. Hello, my babies. Flying Defender with 2/3. If this was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. As long as it has a 1/1 counter on it, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Okay. So for 3 mana, you get a 2/3 flyer with Defender. Stick a counter on it. Man, I want to make so many counter decks now. These seem cool. Spare Supplies enters the battlefield tapped. Draw a card when it does enter the battlefield. Sack it, draw another card. Sure, fine. That's pretty good if you're looking for something to add to your limited deck. Stonework Pack Beast is also a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Add 1 mana of any color. 2/1 for 2. 2 mana, add any color. Yeah, okay. That's decent. Utility Knife enters the battlefield. Attach it to target creature you control. Equip creatures +1/+1. That's fine. Right, lands. I'm not gonna go super into things here, but we'll have a look at the rare lands mostly. Or whatever other the modal DF whatnot things are. Base Camp enters the battlefield tapped. Add 1 mana to... Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this only to cast a cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard spell, or to activate an ability of a rogue, warrior, wizard. Cleric, rogue, wizard, or warrior. How am I go? Sorry, I have a cat looking for a spot. Words are hard, chat. Put 2 1/1 counters on Crawling Barrens, then you may have it become a 0/0 elemental with creature until end of turn. It's still a land. The counters stay on, right? That's pretty cool. Base Camp is bad. Yeah, it feels bad, especially entering tapped. Throne of Mikindi. Remove a charge counter from it. Add 2 mana of any color. Spend this. Okay, so you can put a charge counter on it, remove a charge counter. That seems like a pretty good land. For kicked spells, that is. Ooh, that's pretty. That's also really nice. Oh, Sam Burley. Sam Burley is slowly becoming my favorite land artist. Next to John Avon. He's so good, man. Like, his stuff just speaks to my soul. It's so good. Look at that. Look at that. It's just beautiful. It's goddamn beautiful. Alright, let's have a look at the MDFCs. My dumb frickin' cats. That's what happens when I... a cat that destroys something. My dumb frickin' cats. Portfolio is amazing. Yeah, I love his stuff. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy. Okay, so these are lands that just add mana. Okay. If you don't use the land, though, you can create 2 white angel warrior tokens with flying non-angel creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. It's expensive, but if you find it late, you're gonna play that. That's real good. 2 4/4s for 7. Sweet. Kabir takedown deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker. Very good. In a creature heavy deck, that's sweet. McKinley Stampede. Creatures you control get +2/+2 to end of turn. That's kind of meh. These two are great. I like these. This one's kind of meh. But again, if you find it late, like, they're all going to be pretty good. Undo Inversion, destroy all non-land permanents for 8. Isn't, like, the last one that did this, like, 6 mana? Sajiri Shelter. I'm not sure about that card. This card seems meh. Seems meh. Target creature you control gains protection from color of your choice on a turn. I like it. 2 mana cheap spell. Cool. No touchy. Yeah, Planar Cleansing was like 6. This is bad compared to Planar Cleansing. Ugh. Anyway. Skyclave Cleric. Enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Sure. It's kind of crap, but sure. Creatures your opponent control get -2/0 to end of turn. You may have Glass Pool Mimic enter the battlefield as a copy of creature you control, except it's a shapeshifter rogue in addition to its other types. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. For 3 mana, that's pretty sweet. Jwari Disruption, counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. Sweet. Land or spell. I could see like Mono Blue Tempo and Historic being pretty good with this one. Secret Restoration, draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand plus 1. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Holy crap, that's expensive. But it could be a good way to refill your hand and then no hand size for the rest of the game, so sure. Could be useful, maybe, I don't know. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. It's a Saloon Division. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. 6 cards, eh? And you just hope you don't hit anything useful. Umara Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery or wizard spell, this gains flying until end of turn. The 4/3, it's kind of crappy. Agadim's Awakening. Return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of target creature cards that have a different CMC. Different converted mana cost, X or less. So if I'd make this like 6, I could bring back... Yeah, that's pretty neat. For mono black, like mono black aggro or something, or sack, this could be pretty cool. I would not play this in limited. Like all these 3 pip cards, I don't think they're good in limited, honestly. Menace. Black Bloom Rogue. Gets +3/0 as long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in your graveyard. Sure. That's fine. Being pretty big if you're milling a bunch of shit makes you able to kill some stuff if you got Menace, so yeah, okay. This spell costs 1 less to cast if an opponent controls no basic lands. Destroy target creature. Yeah, okay. That's kind of crappy. Malakia Rebirth. Choose target creature. You lose 2 life. Until end of turn, that creature gains. When this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. That's kind of cool. I like this. Save your creature, bring it back. Nice. Palaka Predation. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a card from it with CMC 3 or greater. That player discards that card. Ugh. No. I don't like that. Zoff Consumption. Each opponent loses 4 life and you gain 4 life. No. Kumoria. Trample 4/5 for 6. Kazul's Fury. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sack a creature. Kazul's Fury deals damage equal to sacrifice creature's power to any target. Good in a Gruul deck. Give it that. Shatterskull Smashing deals X damage divided as you choose among up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers. If X is 6 or more, deals twice. Oh yeah, this card's good. I like this. Deals twice X damage divided as you choose among them instead. Yeah, I like this a lot. That's pretty good. Rebirth is instant though? Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying like you can save a creature. If it's about to die or whatever. Like if it has Death Touch, then you just bring it back, it's got Death Touch again. Aha! Where are we? You. Songmad Treachery. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste. Ugh! For 5? That's not good. Nope. 1 mana. Spike Field Hazard deals 1 damage to any target. If a permanent dealt damage this way would die, exile instead. Ugh. Delicate's Awakening. Put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your library, then draw that many cards +1. That's not bad. Your hand is crap. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Kazandu Mammoth. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Kazandu Mammoth gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That's pretty good. Get a 5/5. 5/5 for 3 mana. Seems decent. Seems pretty decent. Calling Ambush. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. For 3 mana, it's a lot more expensive than spells we've used to seeing like this, but not bad. If the Mammoth had Trample, it'd be amazing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But if you play like Garrick's Uprising with it, then that's pretty sweet. Tangled Florahedron. Aww. It's a mana dork. If only you were a 1 mana dork. Adds 1 mana, it's a 1/1. So it's kind of a terrible creature. If this was 1 mana, it'd be great. Third Timber Symbiosis. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. If that card had CMC 3 or less, it enters with 3 additional 1/1 counters on it. Put the rest in the bottom in a random order. It's too expensive for what it does. It's crappy. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Again, I think there's better spells that do this, so meh. And then all these lands are either... whatever they're called, these lands add other colors and stuff and things. And they're very pretty. That's very pretty. Let's have a look at the other side. Also very pretty. Right. Cool. There you go, chat. Set review done. It's my first set review, so I can't exactly compare it to another set and be like, yeah, this is way better, or it's way worse. I think green wins overall. I think there's some busted green stuff in there. I think the lands are going to be interesting. The spell land combination is pretty sweet. My cat is pretty cute. Needing... what's his stuff? Hello from YouTube! Hello, Stegaroni! How are ya? You're going to see us on YouTube very soon, my friend. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm excited to give this set a go. Just a reminder, friends, if you would like me to rack your decks, make sure that you have your brew submitted underneath the stream. Go check it out if you're on Twitch now. Otherwise, from YouTube, go to my stream, twitch.tv/aliasV. Down beneath there, it's called a brew queue. Submit your brews in there. Please use as many of the new Zendikar cards as you can. If there aren't many, or if it's like 1, I'm going to reject it. The whole point of the event is to showcase the new cards, so let's play with them and let's make them awesome. See? Yes. I'm excited. I think there's going to be some cool stuff in there. I can't wait for my box to arrive. I ordered a box of the collector's boosters, which I'm going to be cracking on YouTube. So if you guys are keen to see that, make sure you like and subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications and all that shite. Until next time, friends, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.